3.
Wait.
Bubba
That's why I was slow counting, Bubba, because I was waiting for you to tell me wait, because I didn't hear.
I was saying wait. You didn't
but I
hear
also
me?
didn't hear a stop from you.
Hey,
Okay,
whoever clapped into their thing, redo it. Or say this is the second one.
I'll just
Second clap coming. Well,
I'll
first
just
clap.
redo it. Hang on.
Wes didn't hear the wait.
I did, but
I heard
for
somebody
it.
go with a clear clap.
all right, rolling.
All right, guys. 1,
Sorry.
2, 3.
Nice.
There we go. Now we're in it.
Clap
now
one
we're
and a
in it
half.
to win
Clap
it.
1.5.
Boom.
Now we feeling good? We ready? All right.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
I'm hot. I'm sweating
Cool.
out booze, but yeah, I'm hot.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's better than just keeping it in. So the top, there's going to be shout out to the military. Then there's going to be this image of the guy's comment about, we keep the show going. Thanks for all the support. And then I'm going to mention just some stories we couldn't get to, and then into marks. Is that good?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. All right, let's do it. Good morning and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor presented by the Barstool News Network. It is Monday, December 7th, 2020. And at the top of the show, we want to shout out the U.S. military today. It is Pearl Harbor Memorial Day. Never forget that vicious attack on U.S. soil and the steadfastness of the U.S. military to defend our country. Anything to add to that, fellas?
One of the coolest sayings of all time. You've woken a sleeping giant. Came out of that.
That's
Not
true.
a lot of good came out of that. It's a total nasty bummer and trick move by the Japanese, but you've woken a sleeping giant.
Thanks
Very
to
cool.
everyone that in the military and then and now. But we were talking a little bit before about this. I think the movie Pearl Harbor's trash. I'm the only one of the hosts, I guess, that has that.
Oh, it's
opinion.
a good film.
With Josh Hartnett.
Teaches you about the movie, teaches you about about the event, pulls at your heartstrings a little bit. It's a good love story.
Okay, I didn't quite.
Midway,
indifferent to it.
a better movie.
Midway's
a better
great, too.
Pearl Harbor movie.
Okay,
Midway's fantastic too. I just watched that one. I mean, yeah, solid movies about
Michael Bay. It was a Michael Bay movie. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is, but it was fun.
It was like
Pearl
Michael
Harbor.
Bay does the Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, I don't know.
lots
A
of
lot,
good
a
movies.
lot less brief nudity. A lot more explosions.
Lots of good film options on this Pearl Harbor Memorial Day. And then we're going to have to take it to the internet straight away, fellas, after the way that Friday's show ended. We have KE Red92 on Instagram. He says, if you stop making Hard Factor, I will hunt each of you down and drag you back to my basement where you will have to do the show 24/7. The choice is yours. HAGFD, boys. So KE Red92, don't worry. The show goes on. The car continues to be sent in no matter what. It's going to be a seamless. The clutch is popped all the time. So don't worry.
Yeah,
We're going.
on the same exact things you're watching it on now. If you watch it on YouTube, we're on the same YouTube channel. So all the way through 2021, if you do Apple Pods, same thing. If you do Spotify, same thing. Whatever, Stitcher, I don't know or however you're listening to it right now, you're going to continue to listen.
The
to
only
it the same way.
difference is we don't have a steady paycheck. That's the only difference.
Right.
Hard-
You need
we
to
just
listen
don't
to
know
the show.
where our money
Yeah.
for bills is coming from, but the show continues.
But we're going to figure that out and keep doing the show.
Everyone's like,
we got some merch coming out.
there you go.
on the
Everyone's
first.
like we're like the Green Bay Packers now. Where like everyone's kind of like an owner because the more
Yeah.
people that listen, they're kind of giving us money for the ads. you
We're
know?
player
Yeah.
coaches, Mark, is what we
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
We're player coaches, and the Hardo Hive is each an individual owner, essentially.
That's what I'm
is
saying.
The way it's, yeah. I mean, I love it. I love the analogy. Also, speaking of the Hardo Hive, shout out Cody Wells, our boy who sent us boobychristmas.com. Do
Now,
yourself.
when this happened, Will, when we got this text, normally Cody Wells is one of those guys that if Cody was around in the middle 90s, he would be a chain letter forwarder guy. Totally one of those guys. But Cody's shit's always good. But usually when you see a text coming through with some link to some kitschy website, your buddy's sending over, you're like, okay, I'll check it out.
You mean one of those ones where it was like your grandma will die unless you pass this on?
Yeah, but it's like, it's a funny thing. But dude,
Yeah,
Cody was dead on with this thing because it is
Boobychristmas.com is
next level.
It's a boob advent calendar.
Some guy.
You got to check it out.
He just went through and he picked the best boob drops on the internet. It's
amazing.
curated.
What's inside when you open up?
You'll see.
You'll
you'll see. You're going to enjoy
18
it.
plus.
A bottle of lotion.
Right. Yeah. So boobychristmas.com. Check that out.
It's a new lotion to jerk off every day.
Not safe for work, I assume.
Sponsored by Jergens. There's a Jergens ad in there somewhere. And then on the intern beat, some stories we couldn't get to today. The Ayatollah of Iran may be in serious health trouble. Surprise, surprise. Governor Cuomo's office in New York may not be so fun to work for, according to his former staff. That's shocking.
Did you say the Ayatollah Iran may be in some trouble? The rumor is he's dead, Will. That's not really some trouble. He's
Right, as in like fully, but that's not
that's
not
some
officially
trouble.
reported.
Yeah.
We will report it as soon as it's officially reported.
It's not
Which
like
Ayatollah?
It's not like he got his like hand slapped or he's going to go to jail. He's
The angry 90-year-old
rumored
one.
to be dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
The same one?
Yeah, the same one. The very same. Matt Gaetz got caught, the guy who's mad at us because we said he was horny. Well, he got caught breaking COVID rules in New York, probably because he was being horny. The Moore Act.
That guy needs to go get a fucking clue. Is with his fake son. Shut the fuck up, that guy.
He looks
to
like
get
he's
an
having
advent
fun
calendar.
though. Yeah, he's definitely getting the advent calendar. He looks like he's having fun though. The picture of him at the thing was there was a lot of chicks there.
He's the
crushing.
least fun to hang out with. That guy's the least fucking fun.
He's crushing every intern he can get his mitts on. All right,
He's
and
having fun.
The Moore Act passed the House to be put on the shelf by the Senate probably, but maybe the Georgia Senate races will have something to say about that. Don't forget, go to predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20 to get your first $20 matched in the stock market of politics. We will all be riding heavy in those races for the live stream on the night of January 5th when the runoffs are happening. Bubba, what's up? You're in Georgia. What's happening?
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know much about the Senate. Well, I do know much about the Senate runoff. I mean, these ads are heating up, but I didn't want to add about that. First off, Booby Christmas, the calendar. I've been on that game for years. It's one of the best. And,
you're so cool, Bubba. You knew about it before it was cool.
Bubba, why didn't you tell us about
why
this
didn't you
last
share
year?
it?
Yeah, he knew about it so well that he didn't.
I
How
know
come
you
Cody
guys
had to
know
tell
this.
us?
I don't know.
Hey, on the Georgia Senate race, that Kelly chick is a fucking robot. She is. There's something wrong with her.
Crazy.
They had
Yeah.
a debate Sunday night, right?
Yeah, it was that woman. Like every time she took the stage, every time it got flipped back to her, she was like, "My opponent, radical liberal Democrat." Every time said radical liberal Democrat before his name.
Oh, yeah, they're sticking to the talking points. All four of these candidates are talking point machines.
That
Yeah,
woman's a fucking
her ads are all buzzword after buzzword after buzzword. But Will, wrapping up the intern corner that you had just presented, intern Cam had sent this over to me, and we both wanted to extend our congratulations to you and your baby shower and what's going on. And we haven't met your wife yet, of course, but we were happy to stumble upon your Christmas photos on the internet.
Oh.
And boy, are these just unbelievable, man.
YouTube.com/hardfactornews to check out the leaked Christmas photos.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God!
This is not you. This is not you.
It is not us, but we should try to reenact those. We're
my
going for
God.
maternity pics at the end of this week, so maybe we should try to.
Will, that's got to be a relative of yours.
Yeah, he's got a long lost brother. He doesn't know about.
so much like Will.
It's fucking spot on.
That's
Well,
amazing.
congratulations from the interns again.
Yes, thank you very much, baby. We're all prepared for the baby.
Check the YouTube out for these photos because these photos look just like fucking Will.
I thought they photoshopped Will's head into the picture.
They are very
incredible.
close. Yeah.
All right, well, that's all the housekeeping we got.
All
For
right, let me
today,
get it going
boys.
then. Let me get it going. All right, so what do we have to lead off the show today for a story? Drum roll, please. COVID update. That's right. COVID is still fucking everywhere. We had a Zoom call this weekend with a bunch of Will and his wife's friends for that virtual baby shower that Bubba just brought up. And it seems like everyone, and I mean everyone, had a story about friends and family recently contracting COVID. So that
Every
was a lot.
location too. It was
Yes.
crazy. Like we were talking to people all over the country. Everybody in every state, whether you're in, like a city state or a country state, everybody had a story about it.
Chock full of COVID.
Oh, a city
stories.
state is something totally different, right?
I mean like a state with
it's
a
like
big
Monaco.
cities. Right.
According, it was an international virtual
Will's
shower.
over there in Germany in the Luxembourg area.
According to Johns Hopkins University data, the U.S. has reported more than 14.7 million cases of coronavirus and 282,000 deaths, and the global totals are 67 million cases and 1.53 million deaths. It's a lot of cases. You know who else recently contracted COVID is a guy who has been in the news a lot in 2020 and recently for a few gaffes like the Four Seasons landscaping press conference. I, of course, am talking about 76-year-old Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saw that.
Sweating
saw
through his hair. If you're farting on camera. Bringing in a star witness who was on probation for sending porn to her ex's lover.
Yeah, that's pretty mean. She's just
Who was on
hardcore,
probation?
Melissa Caroni.
Oh,
the Michigan lady.
You weren't talking about the keynote speaker at the Four Seasons Landscaping, who's a registered child sex offender.
No,
No,
separate
no.
star witness. Yeah,
She was like, "Yo, look what your man's is doing. We used to fuck," and she sent like a
Homemade
full
porn.
Yeah,
Dude, Cecily Strong nailed her on SNL this weekend. Cecily Strong does that impression
Didn't catch
pretty
it.
good.
Was too busy drinking. Rudy was admitted to Georgetown University Hospital Sunday night. Earlier in the day, he was on Fox News Sunday morning, and he's been out and about the past few weeks smooching with everyone. So hopefully he didn't, pass it along to too many people. There aren't a lot of details of his symptoms or condition at the time of this recording, but hopefully America's mayor and Trump's lawyer is doing okay and doesn't have any major issues with this. Taking it to the internet, Donald J. Trump says, at Rudy Giuliani, by far the greatest mayor in the history of New York City and who has been working tirelessly exposing the most corrupt election by far in the history of the USA. Has tested positive for the China virus. Get better soon, Rudy. We will carry on.
Why did he put by far in parentheses?
That's the best part. That's the best part of that tweet.
He could have just ended the sentence just the same without the parentheticals.
Yep.
He had to emphasize it.
So, yeah, keep your eyes out.
Subtle
and also,
emphasis.
What is he doing? It's the president of the United States, bro. What are you doing?
Parenthetical
his
emphasis.
Twitter's electric. So keep your eyes out for this next part, and we'll also update you if the Food and Drug Administration approves the Pfizer vaccine this week or the week after. They're meeting on this Thursday to review the data, and the rumor is they might approve it and authorize it this week. Also, Dr. Do you guys know how to pronounce this? Moncef Slaoui?
Monsef.
Slaoui?
I think it's Monsef, yeah, like West.
We'll just call him Dr. Monsef.
So they call him by his last name,
Dr. M.
Well, that backfired. Dr. Slaoui,
Slaoui.
Chief Science Advisor of Operations Warp Speed, said that residents of nursing homes or long-term care facilities will receive the first round of vaccinations by mid-January, assuming the FDA approves it. Maybe even by the end of December. If they're lucky, that's good news because that's the majority of, not the majority of deaths, but, a lot of the deaths are from the old people. So hopefully they get that quickly. Dr. Slaoui also said that most Americans at a high risk from coronavirus period should be vaccinated by mid-March. So
that's great.
That's good. And the rest of the population by like May or June. So that's really good. Alex Azar, the Health and Human Services Secretary, is also bullish and optimistic on the FDA vaccine approval coming like this week or next week, and the timeline for the vaccine rollout that Dr. Slaoui laid out. Britain has already approved the Pfizer vaccine and is starting to immunize like this week.
Oh yeah,
So,
they'll do anything over there.
Yeah,
to stop this shit.
they're going. And the Moderna vaccine is a fast follow with the FDA looking at it coming up as well. So 2 vaccines coming very soon. That's good. The FDA has been very busy. On Friday, they authorized the RC COVID-19 plus flu RT-PCR test made by Quest Diagnostics, which is the first at-home test that can distinguish between COVID and the flu. So a lot of that's pretty important, right? Because a lot of people are like, I'm sick.
Let's hope it's not the RC Cola of tests, though, because just saying, it's
Won't
a third
last
tier
long.
soda. It's
Yeah.
a third tier cola.
Well, that rapid test in general, a lot of news has been coming in about.
Oh yeah, so many false positives. How many? The Chiefs had like 10 false positives Sunday morning? Is insane.
Yeah, so I don't know. In mask news, the CDC tweeted out on Saturday night, "Just wear the mask." In all caps. They said, "Cover your mouth and nose. Stay 6 feet away from others and wash your hands." The nose thing is important because I see tons of people with the mask pulled way
chin
down.
diaper?
Like,
Yeah.
like they're sagging their jeans style with their schnoz just prominently sitting out there.
Cooler
like
that way.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't do any good.
Loosen the mask.
It's much
You
easier
might as
to
well
breathe.
not wear it. Yeah.
It's like
It is much
my
easier to breathe.
my favorite thing is those parents. I feel like for the most part they were in like Iowa or Idaho, some of the I states, who were like, "You think it's healthier for your children to be re-breathing in all your germs all day?" That's my favorite anti-mask.
You got to
take.
wash the mask. I mean, you definitely don't want to roll with a dirty mask.
It's a stupid fucking argument.
If you eat a lot of garlic, you're going to have a rough mask.
I try not to cough around myself because if I do, I might get myself sick.
Yeah.
Also, though, it's a great reminder to brush your teeth. The mask
It
has
is.
found. Like
yeah.
you do keep your mouth cleaner in 2020 when you're masking
Colgate
up.
is cleaning up because of the masks. Also, Biden is saying that he will ask Americans to commit to 100 days of wearing masks as one of his first acts as president. He said, The first day I'm inaugurated, I'm going to ask the public for 100 days to mask. Just 100 days to mask, not forever.
After the last,
Just 100 days.
500, right?
Come on. Yeah. Come on, folks. I've been alive for over 28,500 days. 100 days, that's all. Come on. Come on, folks. Come on.
Didn't he also say that
That's what he said.
He doesn't
Jack.
need everybody to get the vaccine? He said something weird about the vaccine, too.
Look, not everyone needs the vaccine. Come on.
Where is that guy?
Biden.
In a boot, in a walking
yeah.
He
boot,
heard
hiding out.
stuff real bad.
100 days. As of now, it's not going to be a national mandate. It's just a strong recommendation, I guess, that, he's going to.
Well, because he can't. He can't.
Come on.
Legally, I don't think.
Yeah, and if he tried to, we'd show him that he can't
Yep.
by not wearing them right in his face.
Right in his face. Speaking.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he tried to.
Are you done with that update, Mark? Because
Well, one last thing, but it sounds like you want to say
the
something.
next one rolls directly into what we're talking
Okay,
about.
real quick. Lastly, in the last COVID news, Christmas trees are at an all-time high as people have been buying the shit out of them to try and squeeze like joy juice out of the rock that is
they're
2020.
nice.
I know my 6-foot-tall fake tree is up and decorated. I have to get a fake tree on the account of the 5 cats. I got a real tree once. Disaster. Pines everywhere. The cats are getting sick from drinking the sap water. So, but my tree's up, lights are on, trying to get some joy out of it. And then look, today's show, guys, brought to you by Radix Remedies. Speaking of joy, a national CBD provider launched by a group of friends who saw firsthand the benefits of CBD oil. I think like the Hard Factor boys, they're Austin founded and based. And they look similar to us, a lot of them with big guys with beards. They set out units. They set out with the goal to provide pharmaceutical quality hemp-based CBD oil legally purchasable in all 50 states. The hemp-based CBD is THC-free, so no psychoactive high, just pure CBD relief. Radix has a wide variety of infused products, and they sent us a free package with several of their top products, and holy shit, their stuff
Really
is good.
good.
Really good. Their top-selling Sleepy Bears gummies are incredible. They're like little fruit gummies. They're delicious. They're 10 milligrams of CBD and 5 milligrams of melatonin each. I had some of the best nights of sleep like I've had in a decade taking these gummies.
They'll knock you right out. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like a kid that took like NyQuil almost. Like it's crazy. Another bestseller is their Neuro Root pill, which when taken daily promotes increased brain function, memory development, and a positive mood. The Neuro Root, they're saying, is like basically a real life limitless pill. You're going to be on point, on your game if you keep taking this Neuro Root thing. It's just a pill daily. There is a Black Friday sale going all the way through the month of December with 12 days of Christmas giveaways. Just head over to radixremedies.com/Barstool and use code Barstool to unlock some special deals lined up for all of you out there listening. Act now to receive 10% off with code Barstool. Pre-order Neuro Root Plus now. All orders will be entered to win free CBD for a year. That's awesome. Be sure to catch their Black Friday lightning sales, best prices of year, 12 days of Christmas giveaways throughout December. Follow on social media to join. Really good products, guys.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. The sample box is awesome. Everything I've tried has been good. All right. Let's move it over to the next story. And it's about California. I'm calling this one California, the future Sylvester Stallone warned us about in Demolition Man. And it's a triple. And the first part is from P-Fits in the Hardo Hive. And it's exactly about what we were just talking about with people sort of rebelling against mask and other COVID lockdown measures. And it's from Riverside County Sheriff, who released this video over the weekend regarding the new COVID restrictions that Governor Gavin Newsom has put inside the state of California.
While the governor's office and the state has threatened action against violators, the Riverside County Sheriff's Department will not be blackmailed, bullied, or used as muscle against Riverside County residents in the enforcement of the governor's orders. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a safe and Happy New Year.
So this sheriff is basically saying that he refuses to enforce the stay-at-home order and mask mandate because he doesn't agree that public funding should be tied to enforcing a mandate on the citizens. So he's taking it into his own hands to disobey the governor of California.
This is the guy that Biden would say "come on" to a lot.
He's also a motard.
Well, yeah, okay. So it's a very polarizing issue. Obviously, lots of people on the side of the sheriff. And Pat, what's your notes on
Why he's a motard?
What's a motard, Pat?
You look it up, bro. Here's my thing. This guy is a fucking asshole, and I get it that he doesn't want to wear a mask or doesn't want to enforce people not wearing masks. But here's the deal: you put people in prison for life when they kill people. Why? Two reasons: one, as a punishment; the other, as a deterrent. Hard punishments deter crimes. This guy may not want to do it. He can tell his police internally whatever the fuck he wants to tell his police. But when he's undercutting the governor, saying, I'm not going to enforce it, you know what he's saying? Don't wear a mask. And the problem is, America, we can't handle the responsibility.
Pat, he's not saying that. There was another that
What
video
he
was
said,
3 minutes long. No,
Well,
Pat.
watched it.
That video was 3 minutes long, and he said wear a mask and socially distance.
Right, but he also
that.
said we're not going to enforce it.
He said I'm not going to
why not-
enforce the stay-at-home order. And he's
Okay.
not going to enforce you wearing a mask with arresting you.
He's pretty much saying you do whatever the fuck you want. We're not
He
going to fuck with
said wear a mask and socially distance. I think he doesn't want to arrest citizens for just going outside their homes.
it. Yeah, of course he doesn't want to, and he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to do it. But he also doesn't need to do a fucking
Talk
press
about it.
conference in
Also-
his own
about
fucking
lot
that
of
he set
paperwork.
up and talk about it, that he's not going to enforce a rule.
I also forgot to say Mayor Adler. Did we talk about Mayor Adler last week? Mayor Adler fucking telling people to stay at home from his Cabo vacation.
Well, this is very similar to Newsom. I mean, Newsom is still traveling. He did the French Laundrette meeting with his staff. They're still working.
Outside, he dined outside.
Okay, well, he still broke his own
can
rules.
That sheriff is definitely getting reelected. I'll tell you that.
Can that sheriff do this, Will, is a question.
I think it's going to court, and I think the sheriff would probably win eventually. Yeah, because I mean, probably what Newsom's doing is probably unconstitutional.
But we can't handle it. The problem is this country cannot handle it. This country won't do it. We won't do it. We just won't do it. That's
Yeah,
true.
I mean,
Well, that's what he's saying. Is like, I'm not going to arrest people because we're not going to do it anyways.
Yeah. Riverside County is southeast of Los Angeles and includes the Joshua Tree National Park. Let's move on to the second part of the California triple. It's in Sherman Oaks in Los Angeles, California, where Mayor Eric Garcetti got a viral video made against him by a restaurant owner who had had her outdoor dining patio shut down while a basically identical one for a movie set across the street was approved to remain open. If we could play that clip, Bubba.
Everything I own is being taken away from me. And they set up a movie company right next to my outdoor patio, which is right over here. And people wonder why I'm protesting and why I have had enough. They have not given us money and they have shut us down. We cannot survive. My staff cannot survive. Look at this. Tell me that this is dangerous.
Okay, so that's Angela Marsden of the Pineapple Hill Bar and Grill in California, and she forecasts that this next lockdown will finally kill her already struggling business. And basically what it was in the video was she was pointing out that there was a craft services pop-up for a movie that looks exactly like her outdoor dining, and they're on the same
Do
parking
we know
lot.
what movie this is? Because if
And
it's
her
a
dining
really,
shut
if
down,
it's
but
a
the
really
movie's
good
not.
movie, you know. No, I'm just kidding. That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
just,
it's a hilarious parody. Like they're the same. The
they're
exact
exactly
same.
the same.
Yeah. That's tough.
Exactly the same. It's crazy. And then finally, in the California triple, the San Francisco Board of Supervisors voted 10-1 last Tuesday to approve the ordinance making San Francisco the largest city in the country to ban tobacco smoking inside apartments. So the Department of Public Health will be responsible for enforcing the new law in California.
What do you mean? Like in the common areas of
No,
apartments?
in your own apartment, you are no longer allowed to smoke cigarettes in San Francisco.
Even if you own it?
Yeah, even if you own it, if you're in the building under the
Condo
ordinance.
and apartment are different. So
Yeah, I guess the condo and apartment are different. It has to be like if you own the
If
property.
you own it, you're in the building. You have a shared AC system with everybody else. Apartments, you cannot smoke in San Francisco.
In the same way that Friendship
condo?
Heights, Maryland, or whatever bans smoking in public places on public streets, right?
Yeah, if you can't smoke if you're inside an apartment.
This
even
is
if you own
definitely
it.
the first of this. A lot of even like Minnesota way back in the day banned like public smoking. A lot of people have banned public outdoor smoking, private indoor smoking. This is the first of its kind.
But I bet the argument is:
It's
have you
the
ever been
biggest
in
city
have you ever been
for
in an
this to
apartment
happen.
where someone's smoking in the other apartment? You can,
yeah, it seeps in.
Secondhand smoke is the argument, right? Because like Will said, it's like the shared.
Yeah, secondhand smoke through the walls, under the doors. Yep, under the ordinance, the department must first try to educate violators to help them quit smoking, but repeat offenders could be fined $1,000 a day, and eventually eviction probably if you keep smoking inside your apartment. I guess if you don't own it. The ordinance.
Bubba, can you pop in on this? I know you have a strong opinion on this.
That's first off. That's the part I have the biggest issue with is that the first form of action is to try to educate the people on not smoking. That I don't believe you can do. I mean, that's just you can't tell someone to stop doing something that they're legally allowed to do in a choice of their own. But everything else, yeah, I told you guys I have a pretty strong opinion on it just because.
But Bubba, it's bad for them. It's bad for them, and the state of California knows better, Bubba.
No, Bubba has a strong opinion, and he agrees with it. He thinks this
bad
is
for the people around.
The education part is horrible. That's dumb. But the other one is it's the police power. It's protecting the other citizens of the state of California. Like the difference.
Bubba.
I have a theory here. I have a theory here. Bubba, who sounds like he smokes 6 packs a week, is pretending like he doesn't smoke. 6 packs.
I was pretty adamant about it, especially because my neighbor in my last apartment made my whole entire closet smell like cigarettes because the shared wall had the AC unit in it, and it would smell like cigarettes every day, and I hated it. But I think that's okay.
They better pass a law to make them not be able to do it.
No, but the argument there, Will, would be what I would normally say to you, Bubba, is, all right, bro, then man up and make enough money so you don't have to live in an apartment, you pussy.
When I go to Vegas.
That's another part about it, too, is that it's requiring the apartments to police it, and they're only going to be wealthier apartments that are able to.
No, it's requiring the police to police it, right?
No, so the apartments have to alert authorities.
Right. So it's a combination. Yeah.
Right. But they would have to, but that's up to the apartment to figure out who's smoking in their apartment or not. And to think about it, the wealthier apartments are going to be the ones that are able to afford another person to police the halls to find out who's smoking inside.
Listen, but now you can call the cops.
Low-income housing is.
You're not going to need to. You're not going to need to have police. People will narc the fuck out of people in this house.
Exactly. They'll be calling the cops.
And that's my point. Where do you think that's going to happen most? I think it's going to happen most in an apartment with a grandma next to you that hates the smell of smoke.
It'll happen in every apartment.
Every apartment.
A college apartment. It's not going to happen in any college.
Every apartment where people get angry.
Middle income more so than higher income, in my opinion.
Does this
higher income apartments?
Really?
You won't know. You won't know as well. In studio apartments, one bedroom apartments, that's when you know.
Does this include marijuana too? It's like cigarettes.
No, marijuana. No. For some reason, you can smoke as much pot as you want inside an apartment.
So that's stupid.
Yeah, well, okay, so that's also another cool part about it is that they actually into it. Come on, it's cool that they allow marijuana, because if they didn't allow marijuana, then it would be there's no legal place to smoke marijuana on your own, and then the law would be way too broad and it would become unconstitutional.
It's all bullshit, in my opinion, Bubba. But the ordinance
inside.
The ordinance must pass. The ordinance must pass a second vote. It must pass a second vote of the board this week, and the mayor has to sign it in. Once it happens, the new law will go into effect 30 days later. Taking it to the internet one last time for this story about California, we've got Elon Musk. He just tweets, "Watch Demolition Man," ominously. Agreeing with Elon.
We're going to have to be cussing to get toilet paper soon.
Yeah, you're going to be getting cigarette fines out of a machine inside your apartment pretty soon. And that story about the Sunshine State was brought to you by the new Discovery Plus streaming app. Watch your favorites from brands like HGTV, Food Network, TLC, ID, Animal Planet, Discovery Channel, and more, including shows like Shark Week, the 90 Day Fiance universe, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, Hometown, and Naked and Afraid. So plus you get the BBC Natural History Collection, including Life, Planet Earth, and brand new specials to come. Discovery Plus, the new streaming app, starts streaming it on January 4th in the U.S. only.
Nice.
Those are some bangers of shows.
Yeah, no shit. So wait, what about spliffs? Couldn't you just say you're smoking marijuana?
Yeah, you'd be flushing cigarettes down the toilet.
No, technically, blunts aren't allowed inside.
Come on.
Because it's tobacco paper?
Come on.
The tobacco.
Make me go to bed at a certain hour too to get my 8 hours for my heart.
In California, you can see why everybody but Bubba is wanting to move out.
Well, I will say, when I stay over at Kate's at 1 a.m. every night, someone starts lighting up cigs and they smoke all night. And it's a fucking pain in the ass.
It's gross to smell cigarette smoke in your like permanent residence. I agree with that. But when I go to Vegas, and for pleasure, I want the room to smell like cigarettes.
I hear that too.
Dirty it up a little bit.
All right, guys. Chance the Rapper's manager. Interesting story here. He is suing Chance the Rapper for a lot of cash. He's alleging that Chance owes him $3 million in unpaid commissions and $2.5 million in reimbursement that Cochran, Pat the manager is the guy's name, Pat Cochran, personally put forward to launch Chance's career. So,
wow.
Yeah, I've got a little inside baseball here, boys, having been both a talent manager and also knowing this camp a little bit peripherally. There's been 3 or 4 times I've gotten an email from Spotify thinking that they were sending it to Pat the manager, instead sending it to me, Pat, who also happened to be a manager. I've also a number of times benefited where people thought I was managing Chance the Rapper, and I did not correct them. Anyway, okay, so here's the situation. This is absolutely bullshit. If you know anything about the Chance the Rapper squad, you know that Pat Cochran had cash. His dad was wealthy. And when Chance started popping off in Chicago, Pat came in with a major financial investment, allowing Chance to do something that really hadn't been done in the music industry before. He got hit up all day long by the biggest record labels on the planet when he put his mixtape out, Acid Rap, and it went super viral. When he was in high school still, he headlined Lincoln Hall, which is like a 500 cap venue in Chicago. And Epic Records came in and was like, we want in. And then subsequently, every record label in the fucking world came and said, we want in. And Pat, the manager, and Chance, who were both young guys, under Pat's advice, said, you know what? No, we're not going to sign to a record label. Instead, my dad's got a whole boatload of cash. Let's just do our own fucking thing. And they bet on themselves. And guess what? It worked in the biggest way possible. It was fucking massive. Now, something important to point out is that when these record labels started coming around, and think about this, guys, like they're coming around and putting $1 million on the table. Easy. It's $1 million advance. Chance's dad, right, who was kind of working as a business advisor at the time, was very enamored by the label offers and very much wanted to take them. And the balls on this kid, Pat, the manager, I wouldn't have had these balls. This guy's got fucking balls, and he's got vision to know, no, fuck all this shit. Why are we going to give our masters away to a record label? We can do it on our own. He took the chance, and they won. And anyway, guess what? They fired Pat so that his dad, Chance's dad, and his brother could run their business.
Okay.
Which is a thing I've seen in the music business 100 fucking times.
And so Pat wants to make sure that he's got his piece of the pie still.
Yes, he's alleging that in a lawsuit that the reimbursement of his alleged $2.5 million, we really should say his dad's $2.5 million, a personal expenditure on Chance's career, the $3 million he's owed for historical unpaid commissions, and he's also asking for 15% of Chance's net profits across his albums, merch, and touring for 3 years after he was fired. Wow. So, AKA a sunset clause. Totally reasonable. I'm on the side of this guy, Pat, the manager.
Is he going to win
this
though?
artist?
It's a long sunset clause.
Yeah, usually this sunset clause tiers down, so it's like first 15-year one, 10-year two.
He's setting the anchor though. He's trying to negotiate. He's setting a hard bargain.
Why did he wait till Chance the Rapper was seemingly falling off?
Okay, so the big thing is that he got fired because Chance the Rapper, quote unquote, fell off. And Pat essentially in a lawsuit alleges that Big Day, so that was Chance's last record, came out and Chance announced the album coming out without consulting his manager, Pat. He just announced it on social media, and the album.
Pat was on the way out. The inside scoop.
But the album had not even been written yet.
Yeah.
Right, and then so essentially he tied Pat's hands, and then it failed.
What is his odds of getting this money?
He'll get it, 100%. He'll get it.
This is a hilarious story because our Pat the manager is just pissed off that another Pat the manager
He's standing Pat the managers.
Yeah.
All right.
I get it.
Okay, so the big thing here, though,
I'm gonna do a story about a cat owner getting screwed over.
Yeah, you should. You should.
The cat owner.
But I do want to point one thing out. The reason that he doesn't have like a firm written contract here is because usually you do a firm written contract with your artist when you sign to a record label. That's usually when it happens. Essentially, when a record label comes in, that's when you go to your artist and say, okay, we're putting this on paper because I need my self-protected.
He pumped in prior to all
They had a
that.
friendship handshake deal. Yeah.
And they would have had a deal if they'd signed to a label, but they didn't.
Gotcha.
Good luck, Pat.
You'll get the cash.
All right, guys. I'm going to give you a warning. I'm going to give you a warning. This story may ruin Pornhub for you for a couple days.
Not possible.
Or forever, depending on your moral compass. So if you really don't want to ruin Pornhub for yourself for a couple days, you should turn it off now. Guys, if you walked past New York Times columnist Nicholas Kristof's desk in the past few weeks or months, you might think he was living the dream. You see, if you walk past Nicholas's desk, you might find him diligently surfing Pornhub, something I know all of us do on a regular basis for free. But Nicholas,
why is he doing it when people are walking by?
well, it's part of
Okay.
the joke.
All right.
But Nicholas was getting paid to look at porn. Where do I sign up? You know what I mean? Well, unfortunately, the gig wasn't what it seems because Nicholas wasn't exactly browsing for pleasure. Though I'm sure he mentally stored some favorites in the process. His main goal was searching for videos on Pornhub that depicted child abuse, and he claims he found lots of videos depicting assaults on unconscious young women and girls. Yeah.
He was the cuties guy. He had to vet for underage porn.
Yeah.
Unconscious, you said?
Unconscious, yeah.
Whoa.
He claims
Don't
there's like
sound surprised that that's on Pornhub.
I didn't know that
There's a
was on
fetish for everything.
But underage, though. I mean,
That's
well,
the
The underage
rape. That's
thing
just
is
rape.
terrible,
yeah. I mean,
That's statutory rape. Or,
yeah. He claims there's videos of like the guys like poking their eyeballs to make sure they were unconscious. Like that's
Whoa.
just like to prove
Okay.
that it's the real thing.
I haven't seen those.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those.
Right.
That is news to me.
There are definitely actors and actresses in my unconscious videos I watch.
But hold on. In a statement by Pornhub, they said, quote, any assertion that we allow CSAM, as they call it, or child sexual abuse material, is irresponsible and flagrantly untrue. But credit card companies, in particular MasterCard, with the urgence of billionaire Bill Ackerman, are considering taking immediate action against and stopping all of the millions of daily payments made to Pornhub, which gets 3.5 billion visits a month. It's like
Wow.
it's like the 10th most profitable website in the world via its credit cards. They want to do this until Pornhub is cleared of the allegations, and he urged other credit card companies to do the same.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a very power move to
Yeah.
yeah.
So he said also it should be illegal for porn sites to post videos before they are reviewed by a monitor until all the ages and consent of participants have been violated. To that, Pornhub said it has a vast team of human incels who manually review every single upload, as well as automated detection technologies for these videos. It would not say how many people were part of the review team. I'm guessing like all 10 of them are just obese and pale and love their jobs to death. But they can't.
I reviewed a couple 100 minutes myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But there's 6.8 million videos that people post every year, so there's no way that these people can keep up with all the videos.
That's the funniest job. They're just going. They're just going through hundreds of videos a day.
You think they compete with each other to see how many hours they can log?
Oh yeah,
Found one. She's unconscious, isn't she?
They've got Band-Aids on their hands. Like you better believe it.
It's fucked up though, because I mean, you know, if you dig into like the column that this guy wrote, like I mean, people
The
like
New York Times piece, right? It was an
Yeah, New York
opinion piece in
Times.
New York Times.
Yeah, like they're basically saying that like people are getting like this one girl from China was adopted, then she was basically whored out on Pornhub by her adopted
They're saying
family.
sex trafficking.
Trafficking.
Yeah.
But the people that put these videos on Pornhub get in trouble, right? But Pornhub, they're saying, never gets in trouble for allowing the videos to exist. So they're basically like, you know, showing child porn possibly, and they're not getting in any trouble.
Well, guys, that's back to the Digital Millennium Copyright Act and Section whatever
230, right?
230, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm clear in my big butt MILF category. Like it's there's no risk for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, safe.
Gross.
Not going to
Yeah.
see any underagers in there.
No.
I know someone who's a
Grown
lawyer
women.
and was handling a case where I guess someone was dismissed from their workplace for looking at hardcore gay pornography, and this friend of mine had to, as part of his legal job, go through and document the same websites that this guy was looking at at work. Well, he was at work, so he had to he put up a note disclaimer when people walked by his desk, like, I'm not watching porn. This is for research for a case, I promise.
Sure it is.
That's what Nicholas was doing.
Porn dog.
So yeah, if you want to read, I'm not going to go
You'd
into.
have to do it pantless, Pat.
Wasn't there a House hearing on this? Wasn't there a Senate Judiciary hearing? Or
Well,
something?
so there's a Senator Michael Hanley or something. He's trying to get so you can sue people that you know are responsible for this. You can personally sue them, but yeah, I mean, it's Pornhub might be in some trouble. The further
sounds
this
like it.
investigation goes.
Yeah.
It sounds like it, and they should be if there's stuff like what you just mentioned on there. They absolutely should go down for that.
I watered it down just for the sake of not being absolutely disgusting, but if you read the New York Times article, it's pretty graphic. So
okay.
I appreciate your summary edition. Yeah.
yep.
Take one for the team.
All right, guys, this next one's short and it's going to be sweet, but it's I think it's important. China, the country of the second biggest global economy, the powerhouse that is China,
Rising star.
finally made it to the moon. Nice, guys. And well up there, a manned mission. They planted a fucking flag on the moon. They let a robot
who did?
do it.
Robot. Okay.
A robot did it up there, guys. And I
Okay.
gotta ask your opinion: is it okay to plant a flag somewhere via robot, or
No,
is that a
absolutely
pussy
not.
ass move?
Absolutely not.
Do you mean is it okay? As in, like, does it count? Or
Yes.
is it?
Does it count? And how
doesn't
can they
count.
sleep at
Is
night?
it soft? Is what you're asking.
It does not. It does not count. And we should go up there with a human being and remove the flag.
Yeah, it's just. I'm sorry, guys.
Listen,
if
it
you
would have counted if they did it before we did it with humans, but since we did it with humans now, robots is just bullshit.
I see, but that's kind of what I'm arguing against. That, Wes. I'm saying that whomever makes it to whatever planet first, if they put up a flag with a robot, not a human,
It doesn't count.
Then
That's
a
what I just
human-
said.
Yeah. So when a human got there, though, let's say China put their flag up via robot, right? And then Buzz Aldrin's grandson gets up there, and that's our first trip to the moon. He can rip China's
Oh
flag
yeah,
down
for sure.
Man.
That's what I'm saying.
It would count good until the humans did it. Yeah.
You're not allowed to unplant a human planted flag, but you are allowed to, with a human, unplant a robot.
We
planted flag.
technically
Right.
Yeah.
would have had Mars flagged like 10 years ago if you
Yeah,
could do it with
easily.
the robot. So
Yeah, but we're saving that because we know that it would be
we're
cheating.
gonna get Elon up there. Don't worry about it.
It would be fucking cheating. So fuck those Chinese bastards.
Nice flag, robot.
All right, guys. Last one of the day. Sometimes when you get in an argument with your wife or significant other, the best thing to do is just to take yourself out of the situation for a while, right? You go on a drive or walk, you go have a beer at the bar, hit on the bartender, go to Costco like I do. Sometimes if the argument is bad enough, you may need to go to a buddy's or a hotel for the night. But eventually you can come back and hopefully make up. But what if you have a really bad anger problem? What do you do?
So every time I see you in Costco, you're coming down from a fight.
No, the chances are like 1 in 10. I'm coming down from a fight.
How often do you guys run into each other at Costco?
Like once a month.
I have actually not. I'm due. I reached in and I pulled out the last of my garbage bags today, and I was like, yes.
No, actually, I run into Wes a lot more at the HEB.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah.
So,
Anyway.
I mean, what else do you do? I mean, I think that people maybe just blow off steam, play some video games, work
Go
out,
for
maybe.
Go for
I
a
bully.
drive.
I find someone to bully.
Go for a drive.
You bully somebody.
Well, this one guy in Italy, he apparently had some real bad anger problems. He couldn't get over it, so he went on a walk, but he didn't stop walking. He, like Mark said, he's like the Forrest Gump of cooling off. He walked. He walked from the northern part of Italy in this town. There's a map. This town called Como in northern Italy,
Wow.
and he walked 280 miles over the period of a week to a town called Fano by the Adriatic Sea. He would
He
hike
walked half the country and coast to coast.
yeah. So just to put that in perspective for you, New York to DC is 227 miles. This guy went 280.
Whoa, and he started in the mountains. He that's like where my grandma's town is close. It's all the way up in the mountains.
I mean, must be
It's pretty much Switzerland.
yeah.
yeah. He's on the border of Switzerland.
We were sore for a week after walking 13 miles. This guy did 280.
I'm still
Yeah.
rubbing my foot down with Radix CBD topical.
What are the details here, Wes? Did he stop for food? What happened?
So yes, he would hike for 40 miles a day. People were offering him food and stuff.
Whoa.
But the thing that's fucked up is that when he got to this town, they found him at 2 a.m., which is a violation of COVID restrictions. So they fined him like $500. They put him up in a hotel, and they called his wife, who had reported him missing. And she's like, oh, that idiot, that fucking
You're
idiot.
in more trouble. Yeah,
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
arrested. Oh, fuck,
Oh, he's
man.
walking off.
He's got to walk back home now.
but
yeah.
Gotta blow the steam off again.
he must have left unprepared, right? Like,
Oh yeah, left absolutely unprepared. It wasn't like he packed up. He just probably like grabbed his cigarettes and just walked out the door.
They got to consider ending that thing, right? I mean, 280-mile walks. You got to.
280 miles. Yeah,
That's
At 40 miles a day. That's what, 7 days. The full week. He decided never to go back for a week.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to keep going.
yeah. He was.
oh man, I hope he got in a fight. Well, I hope the fight happened like after tennis or something, and he was in comfortable shoes. Because if you were wearing flip flops or something when you got in that fight,
I think it was like about a Venmo request or something.
How many more fights did they get in over the cell phone when he was just walking on the street?
Right.
They're probably still fighting.
Well, this is a permanent fight, like
know,
you said, Will.
yeah.
Like, this is going to get brought up anytime a small fight happens. She's going to be like, what, are you going to walk the country?
Oh yeah, she's not gonna let him. She's not gonna let him leave the house. She might not see him for 2 weeks.
They got to end it.
Yeah, exactly. So, but he's back home safe now. He said he wasn't no injuries from the walk, but what a psycho. And that's gonna do it for Hard Factor. Thank you guys for all the support that we received after the announcement on Friday. It's been fucking overwhelming, quite frankly, and very awesome. Please continue to follow us. We are not going to stop doing this. Again, we'll have some more.
No,
some more.
we can't
some more,
now.
We can't now.
after all that
It's more
support.
important than ever. Hit us
We're-
up all
yep.
the time.
That's
It
right.
was like, honestly,
ideas.
it was too much support.
It was like overwhelming. You guys are awesome, but I was
It
like,
was amazing.
okay, I guess
Ardo
we're gonna
Hive.
continue the show forever.
Wish there was a little bit. You guys were a little thirsty with your support.
But we got some, we got some big stuff coming after the first of the year. So yeah, stick with us, and but we'll be here with you for the remainder of that time, and we'll see you again tomorrow. So have a great fucking day.